Hello everybody, and today I would like to make a short video to welcome everybody on this page. This page I have started it for listeners of our podcast Figure Out English. If you like learning English through podcasts, you may find our podcast very useful for yourself because we are trying to help with vocabulary. Having this strong and active vocabulary in a foreign language, it takes time and it takes some effort. Yes, we start communicating. Yes, we start understanding what people are telling us. Yes, we learn grammar, but when we the next logical step is to achieve this fluency in expression, the ability to express any thought you have, and for that you need the vocabulary. And it's not just words. I really want you to understand this idea, and this is what I am implementing with every of my students. You need to know how the words live together. Because you will be using your words, the words you learn in the sentences, the combinations. That's why most of our podcast episodes are about collocations, phrases, set expressions, phrasal verbs. Everything trying to put all these new words in the context for you, because if you know these words in the context, you can use them in your own speaking and writing, which all people want. And if you already started listening to our podcast, you probably know that you can find us everywhere. You can listen to us on iTunes, on Google Podcasts, on Spotify, and you can use any app which you prefer, which you use for other podcasts. And if you need a transcript, for example, I often hear this question. People say, well, it's not very easy. It's not always very easy to understand. I need a text. I need to look at the text. In this case, I recommend you to go to our YouTube channel. It is Smart English Learning, and we have a special playlist about our podcast. And for every episode now, we are recording a video where I am talking to you, where I am telling this to you through the camera, and you have the full subtitles to every episode. And I hope that this will help with the text. This will make it easier to understand. I have given the link to this playlist in the description to this video. Please follow the link and subscribe to our channel. You can also subscribe to the podcast updates. If you follow the link figureoutenglish.com, this is a special page on our website, and you can just put in your name and your email address, and every time a new episode goes out on the website, you will be receiving a notification. So you can come, you can listen to the podcast, you can look at the notes, and you can learn all these vocabulary tricks which I'm teaching you. And this particular video, I'm announcing the episode number 31. You probably have seen that on the page I am republishing all the episodes. If you didn't know about us before, if it's still new for you, I will publish all the lessons, all the previous lessons, the 30 episodes. It's 2 seasons of the podcast, and you will be able to catch up, right? But if you've already listened to some episodes, the active ones, the live ones, so to say, tomorrow we are starting to think about a new school year, and that's why we have recorded this particular episode, number 31, about learning. I am teaching you set expressions, set phrases, and phrasal verbs, which will help you describe a learning process. How to say that you are studying somewhere, how to say if you are successful or not in learning. It's actually pretty useful phrases and not everybody knows them. From my students, I thought it would be very useful for you. For the followers of this page, I will be broadcasting the video of the episode tomorrow for you. You will be the first to watch it. And of course, after that, we will add this video episode to our YouTube channel, and you will have the subtitles and you will have all the help you need. So, I will be teaching you phrases, collocations and phrasal verbs about learning. But for this particular small lesson, yes, we are already here, you are listening to me, you are watching me, thank you very much for watching online. I wanted to talk a little bit about this small thing. Maybe it is not so difficult, but people sometimes make mistakes. Let's have a look. The difference between learn and study. Can you describe it in a couple of words? What is the difference between these verbs? How do we use them? Because if you translate them to your own language, the chances are they will be translated the same way. What is the difference? Let's think about it. Learn, it is more detailed verb. It is a more exact verb, so to say. That's why learn basically means remember. You only can use it when you talk about some material. So for example, you can say, to learn a formula. You can say, to learn a poem. And in this particular cases, yes, we very often use this collocation to learn by heart. Yes, when you want to remember something without and to be able to reproduce it without the text, we will have this set expression to learn by heart. For example, I am learning a poem by heart. Okay? In this case, you learn some piece of information. And you can't say, for example, I am learning, mathematics. Yeah, so you are studying mathematics as a subject, but you learn some formulas. You remember some exact information. Okay? But also, learn can be used with verbs. If you are learning to do some action, again, it is very exact thing, yeah, it is not the abstract process. You are basically learning to do something. Then you learn how to do something, and you will use the infinitive of the verb after this. You can say I'm learning to drive, for example. I am learning to sing. I am learning to swim. But very often you will hear, I'm learning how to swim. This is authentic English. This is what they feel natural. So basically, I can say that you can skip how. Yeah, it's possible. It will be not a mistake. You can say, I am learning to swim, for example. Or you can say, I'm learning how to swim. But how to swim, it's for my ear, it will be more natural in English. And now we are going to the verb study. Okay, study. What do we study? We study sciences, subjects. Subject, sciences. So you are more talking about this abstract idea here. For example, you will say, I am studying mathematics at university. In Russian language, for example, we often have this dialogue, yeah? So what faculty are you in? And it's a little bit unnatural for English again, because in English they will be asking about a verb, about an action. They will say, what are you studying? at university, meaning what is your specialty? Yeah, what is your specialty? It's already the translation, but yes, it's more natural to say, what are you studying? And you will say, I am studying mathematics. I studied languages. When I was studying at university, I studied languages. Yes, sciences. I'm studying mathematics. And by the way, because language is not a big science, when you are learning how to speak a language, yes, you are not studying the science of the language. We will always be saying to learn a language. I will write it to you as a separate collocation. Yeah, because you memorize the vocabulary, the grammar. You are not learning the language as a science. So you will say, I'm learning English, or I'm learning how to speak English. I'm learning how to write in English. But here we will be talking about academic subjects, okay? You also can say about your goal, the purpose of your learning. For example, you will say to study for an exam. Yes, I am studying for an exam. I'm preparing for an exam. And in this case, you start feeling this difference between learn and study. Yes, because learn is about memorizing things, and study, it is about the process. Okay, the process of preparation for something. And also, we always use study with places. This is very important because I hear this mistake very, very often. So people say, I'm learning at school, or I want to learn at university. It's not possible. Well, I'm sure you already know that. Yes, it's possible to say, I am studying at university, or I am learning something, yes, some information, as I've already told you. So I am studying at the evening school, I'm studying at university. It's not in, it's at, it's more abstract meaning, okay? And this is the basic difference between these two verbs. You learn some information, that's why you learn a language, you learn formulas, you learn a poem, for example, by heart. Yes, so if you speak Russian, наизусть, by heart, to learn something by heart. And you learn processes, so you learn how to do something. You are learning to swim, you are learning how to swim, yes? But study, it means the whole abstract process. That's why you study subjects, you study sciences. For example, I am studying physics. Yes, Einstein studied physics in Switzerland, for example, yeah? You study for something. I'm studying for a test, I'm studying for an exam, and you study at some places, okay? We will add this preposition here. I am studying at school, I am studying at our training center, and so on and so on. This is basically all I have to say to you about the difference between these two verbs, learn and study. And of course, I am welcoming you tomorrow to visit this page, to visit our YouTube channel, to visit our website, because tomorrow the episode number 31 will be going live, and I will be teaching you set phrases and set expressions about learning in this episode. And I hope you like it. If you have any questions about the today's lesson, or if you would like to practice, please learn actively. Write your own examples in the comments to this video, or just make a post on the page. And for all the future episodes, if you have some vocabulary problem which you would like to solve for yourself, if you would like to learn more phrases about that, or I don't know, about food, about travel, whatever is interesting for you, Of course, you can send me a quick message on the page and we will include it into our content plan, because we are trying to only make the episodes which will be helpful for you and which will improve your vocabulary. Thank you very much for watching and stay tuned. A lot of things are coming to this page. Thank you.